Alright guys, so we've got a bunch of weed eaters in the back of the truck right there because I tried to sell one on Marketplace, and right when I sold it, the pull start cover decided to mess up that Husqvarna 125L that I worked on, so I'm going to fix the pull starter. He wanted to give me a couple more weed eaters. Well, 2 of them are like shafts only, and 3 of them are kind of weed eaters themselves that are kind of halfway put back together. So hopefully we're going to get at least 3 good running weed eaters in this video. And here it beholds. Probably the best of all of them. Doesn't have an air box, doesn't have a carburetor or air box or weed eater attachment. This one, it's just an engine that's all broken to pieces with no weed eater attachment, a pole with an attachment, and a pole with nothing. All right, so I don't know anything about these things. I can already tell you, let's just go on ahead and hook the throttle back up. Engine feels like it has good compression. Fuel smell is somewhat okay. Anyway, let's get some bolts on here and try to start it. Okay, fuel system's priming. All right, so the 128 LD started up, ran fine, just need some carburetor tuning. Obviously, I gotta get an air filter. This one here is also a 128 LD, doesn't have a spark plug, and it doesn't have a carburetor, nor a gas cap. Since I don't have parts for this one, we're gonna be working on this one. So the pull cover has been removed for some reason. A lot of compression. The pull starter looks in pretty good condition. And the spark plug looks okay. So this thing looks like it should actually crank right up. So I'm gonna throw the pull cord back on. I'm gonna tighten up some other bolts and stuff, pour some fuel down the fuel tank, and prime it up and try to start it. If this thing cranks up, I'm gonna be amazed. All right, so I've lubricated the choke. So the choke's finally working now because before it wouldn't do anything. So let's try this again. And I don't think we have a kill switch, but oh well. All right, motor runs great. It's just all this bull crap is missing. All right, so it's the next day. I got parts ordered for that one, an air box. And since this one doesn't have a carburetor in it, nor a spark plug, I'm gonna throw a spark plug in it real quick and pour some fuel down the engine and see if it'll start. Hey, Cleo. Meow. All right, so that weed eater right there, this spark plug wouldn't work. I thought it might work on this one. So I took this one out of this other one. I'm gonna put that one in here because I know this one works. Let's disconnect the kill switch wire. I think this engine might be junk because it don't sound very healthy. I don't know if the dude still has all the other parts. I really should have asked that before I just got this thing. But the engine might be junk. I don't know. It could have been sitting outside, rained in the cylinder, and maybe the cylinder walls got scored up. I looked in there. They didn't look too bad. That's right. I got another one. It's a 223L Husqvarna. This is a weed eater that belongs to somebody that goes to my church. He wanted me to take a look at it. He just said it's been sitting for a long time. it came with the house when he bought it, sort of thing. Engine feels like it has good compression. The fuel lines look good, everything. Air filter is, well, it's about disintegrated, so it's gonna need a new one. Let's try to pour some fuel in it and see what happens. All right, primer's working. Alright, so that's good news. Probably needs a carburetor adjustment. Yeah. Alright, so I'm currently trying to remove this head right here. I got to put this new one on. I don't know what the crap is called. Pivot trim or something. Some kind of new head he wanted me to put on there, and I cannot figure out how to get this off because it's not like your standard head like that where you can stick a screwdriver inside to get it off. It's this spline, pretty much like that, and this is bolted onto it. And the bolt is on the inside and you can't just loosen it, so you have to hold this. Well, there's really no way I can hold that shaft. I tried vice grips and that crap is not holding on there and this ain't coming off. So I'm just gonna get the grinder and cut the freaking thing off. All right, so this weed eater, took the carburetor off the other one and put it on this one because it did start up when I poured gas down into the engine. I don't know if it's the main bearings on the crankshaft that are going out, but the cylinder does have some scoring on it because it doesn't sound super healthy when pulling over, but it had 70 PSI compression. Thank you. Motor's junk. All right, so the new air box just came in. All right, so this weed eater does not want to start very easy, but once it does start, it does run pretty good. But when it's a cold start, it doesn't really want to prime up for some reason. So I tested the primer by holding my finger over here, and I can feel suction, and that's all working. By the way, if your primer thing isn't working, never blow compressed air in here and through that little hole right here, because I have messed up the primer diaphragm by doing that because I thought I was cleaning it, but compressed air will destroy this. However, I think the main problem is the fuel lines, because I don't know how old they are and they might be leaking. There's not even a fuel filter at the end of this one. All right, so after a little bit of messing around, I got the fuel lines on there. So now let's throw the carb back on. All right, so now the primer bulb is functioning as it should. The bowl is filling up. So let's get all this other crap on there. All right, so I got this one fired up. The carburetor screws are not fully adjustable. They kind of stop themselves if you turn it past a certain point, but I got it about as rich as it could possibly be. So let's try out this new head on these bushes. All right, so the throttle grip I bought off of eBay finally showed up. This is the proper throttle grip that's supposed to be on there. So let's take the other one off and put this one on. So we got the throttle working, kill switch is all good, but we're gonna take this handle off of this old shaft and put it on here. My stepdad has a very similar pole saw right there, which is a 525 something, very similar to what this is. And that piece right there, I cannot find anywhere. I've looked on eBay, I don't know what it's called, but I cannot find that. So I think I'm just gonna wrap it up with duct tape. All right, so I got another pole starter come in for this weed eater because the brand new ones, they're all these like new style and it's a slightly different design. And this one, this weed eater has to take this design, and every one of them, brand new ones they sell, they don't sell this one, so I had to buy this one used. But anyway, let's get it on here. All right, seems to be working fine. Because obviously you can see the old one, the dogs have completely broke off. All right, so since that's all done, another thing just came in the mail. And that is the front gearbox. I couldn't use this one because that's a square end. This is a splined end, so I had to buy another one. It's not 100% perfect and it's not 100%, you know, flush, but oh well, it's on there tight, it ain't going nowhere. And it's easy to put new line on. All right, so that's probably gonna wrap it up for this video. As you can see, I'm currently washing the weed eater right now, trying to clean it up, make it look good before I give it back to the owner. Looking at maybe like a $300 profit or so, because he's gonna pay me $100 or so for that one, and then $100 in parts, and maybe $100 or more in labor or so. Hopefully you got some good useful information out of these weed eaters, and if you got any questions or concerns or tips, give me a note in the comments, and you guys should see me in the next one.